been a while since I've done just like a me talking video. With the Winter Olympics starting and everything, it's gotten me into a snowboarding mood. I'd say living in northern Colorado, winter sports are a big thing here. Like I said previously, I'm from Chicago, so not a lot of big mountains out there. But I did snowboard since I was like 8 or 10. Growing up where I did, I would only go to a couple places, and one of them was literally just like a landfill that they covered in fake snow. I would rent every season and maybe only go like once or twice. But coming out here, there's like a whole different culture, a whole different mentality that goes with snowboarding. But that beauty does come with a price, because winter sports, I hate to say it, are very expensive. As a college student, I'm not fully employed. I'm working a few part-time jobs, and I went through the challenge of trying to find my own gear here without completely making me broke. So during my freshman year, I rented my snowboard boots and bindings. That got cut short from COVID, obviously. So then I decided, with like all the uncertainty my sophomore year, I was going to try to find permanent gear for me to own. If you have your own gear, it really helps. It saves a lot of money, because renting does cost money if you're doing it every year. But the purpose of this video is basically just to show you guys all the gear that I have right now. It's nothing high tech. It's very beginner, very baseline. All right, let's get started. We got a helmet. We have this basic helmet, burn helmet. It's a double XL because my head is massive. And it's a bicycle helmet. I know a lot of people can spend like a lot of money on ski helmets. I got this used my freshman year from Recycled Cycle in Fort Collins. The only downside is, as it's a regular bike helmet, is it doesn't have ear like protection. So I would wear like a skull cap or something over my ears. I also have this free like mask neck covering that I got from Canvas Stadium that I put it on over my ears, and that helps too. If I'm being totally honest, I don't remember how much I paid for it. I know that helmets can get really expensive. I don't want to say I spent over $30 on this, but I might have. It wasn't more than like 50 though, definitely. Right, moving on. Next up, we got some Volcom snow pants. I got these my freshman year. I think I got them back home in the Midwest at a Played Against Sports. I don't know if they have them out here, but they're a sports resale place. I think these were like 20 bucks too. They work great. I've never had any issues with them. I've used them for years now, and yeah, Volcom snow pants. All right, next up we got some Xehanort X ski goggles. These things are pretty common. You see a lot of people with this brand. I think it's just because they're cheap on Amazon. These were like 25 bucks. They have pretty nice padding on it. I've had no issues with them. The best part about them is it's magnetic, so this pops out. So if you scratch it, like mine is a little bit scratched because I tend to fall a lot, you can just like pop them back in. So yeah, Xehanort. So currently I use Burton mittens, but I just got these as a gift, and they're really nice. But since then I have used these. They're literally just called Sport. I got them off of Amazon for I think actually like $15 or something like that my freshman year. Look for this little logo right here. It says Sport. They're like touchscreen supported, and they're pretty warm. I've never had issues with them. I used these all freshman year snowboarding, hiking. They never got my hands like my hands were never cold in them. I never needed anything but these. And I don't know how, because they were literally $15 and I just took a risk on them. So these are awesome. I'll try to find it and link it in the description. These are a nice beginner shoe. They're my K2 Darkos. They have one like side boa here, and I got them at Christie Sports, and somebody had only worn them once, so they were used, so they were price dropped quite a bit. This is one of the things that I paid pretty close to full price of, and the laces make it a little cheaper too. I think these were $200, I want to say. Now to the more fun stuff. These are my Salomon, I think that's how you say it, Salomon bindings. They're the shadow bindings, and they have like this nice like gel foam on the bottom. From what I've heard, they're pretty all-around binding. They're a good solid binding, and I'll get to it in a second, but the Salomon was the only brand that I could use with this board because of like the universal puck. They have pretty nice straps that are actually very fitting. And then they have the toe strap down here that's nice and steel breaking these in. I don't really have like much experience with bindings, but it worked for me so far. All right, now to the coolest thing, which is the board. This is a Burton Rush snowboard. Super old. I think this thing's over 10 years old. I got it tuned up at Christie Sports for $50. Last year, like I said, I was looking around for a board, and this popped up on Craigslist, and within like an hour, I contacted the seller. I went and I looked at it. It really doesn't have any chips besides one teeny one on the side, like over here. But besides that, I talked to the guys at Christie Sports. They said the board looked fine. They said it was good, and I paid $30 for this board. The seller had just found it in his garage, and his son had grown out of it years ago, and so far it has treated me very well. If you're really on a budget, I would just say use Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. This board is so old that the holes drilled in only really fit the universal puck that Salomon makes. So I had to buy the bindings new, and I wanted newer boots that I could personally break in. I did kind of get a deal on those, but all in all, I did want those to kind of be like my own new boots and bindings. So, I almost forgot. And the bindings were, I think, $250. So the boots and the bindings were the most expensive thing. Still spent under $500 for them when it's really easy to spend $500 for just one of these. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the weight. Here's some footage from Copper Mountain. It's a ski resort like 2 hours from here, and I took it on this GoPro and my phone. So it's not great, but I'm gonna get better at it. See you guys next time.